Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry it took me so long to get around to another video, but it's been hectic around here a little bit. Got my own business, other things going on, so I told you I'd get back with you. So here I am. Today I want to tell you about a little bit about my struggle through 21 years of this monster we call anxiety and panic attacks. The earliest I can remember ever having anxiety and I could say even panic attacks was early as probably 7 or 8 years old. Coming from a very, very dysfunctional, troubled childhood. Parents divorced. I don't have time to get into all of it. One day I might make a video, a series of videos about my testimony. But suffice it to say that my home life was anything but normal, and so I had all the reasons to have anxiety and panic attacks. From the time I was about, I guess, 8 until I was about, well, maybe about 6 till I was about 19 or 20. I had some very distressing, disturbing things happen to me that caused me to finally wind up having post-traumatic stress disorder, which I told you before is a leading indicator of anxiety and panic attacks. I'll never forget, as long as I live, my first real panic attack. I was about 21 years old. We just had gotten married, and it was probably, I don't know, 6 months after we got married. And let me just clarify, it wasn't getting married that brought them on. It was just the accumulation of everything I've been going through in my past. I hadn't settled my past yet, so we were coming home from a little place up in North Carolina called Table Rock. Just had been up there for the day. It was about a 1.5 to 2 hour drive, so we just drove up for the day and came back. Back then, I was able to drink soft drinks with caffeine. My preferred choice was Dr. Pepper. I remember that day we took a picnic lunch, and I had probably 4 or 5 Dr. Peppers. I mean, that was my usual. I was a Dr. Pepper fiend. I loved them. I remember driving home on Highway 26, and something came over me. I can't explain it. I just didn't feel right. It just the weirdest feeling I ever felt in my life. So I put over the side and let my wife drive. And I guess the more I thought about it, and the closer we got, to I guess home for some reason, I just got this, I don't know, this weird feeling, and I started hyperventilating. I started breathing real fast. By the time we got to the exit to get off to get to our house, I would say my respiration was probably 250 to 300, maybe 350 breaths per minute. I was like a dog panting as fast as he can. I couldn't feel anything from the tips of my fingers all the way up to my shoulders on both sides. I was about, I would say, a few seconds from probably passing out. I was starting to go numb in my legs. It was the freakiest thing I ever felt in my life. In fact, I found out later that my wife was actually she was turning left to go to the hospital, to take me to the hospital, and all of a sudden I just kind of came out of it. Kind of left me with an impression, kind of freaked me out, didn't know what it was. After that, it was about 6 months later when I actually started having panic attacks on a regular basis. We had moved away from where we was living at to another place, and I guess the change, whatever, I remember being restless at night, couldn't sleep, could not function. I remember being nervous all the time, just edgy and just jumpy. Luckily, I found a doctor. He told me what it was, and I was going to be okay. It wasn't any kind of serious thing. It was panic attacks. He dealt with it before, and he put me on Xanax. I think 0.5s, one time a day, 0.25s. I'm sorry, 0.25s twice a day. And so I was taking 0.5 a day. That helped out until I started getting immune to it. So then I started seeing a Christian counselor. He helped me with some of the stuff in my childhood. That kind of masked it for a while, but didn't really take care of it good. So I was finally able to get off of them. I guess after about 3 years of being on them, I was already up to a milligram a day instead of 0.5. I got immune to them. So I finally was able to get off of them. My second go around with these was back in 2008. I guess what led to this right here is I was working second shift at plant in Spartanburg, and I decided to go to first shift, and I think my body didn't like the time change, and my internal clock kind of got messed up. I started having, I remember the first time I had one, this episode, back in 2008, I really started concentrating on my heart. I was worried about having a heart attack. Sometimes I get chest pains. The same symptoms, heart palpitations, not breathing very good, like going crazy. That time was probably the biggest thing for me, was just this feeling of unreality, like you're not even there. Luckily, I went to my general practitioner, my physician. He didn't know any better. He put me on Xanax. I was already on another medication for sleep, for the night terrors, called Klonopin, and he put me on Xanax XR, which is extended release. And so that that right there, with the combination of those two, just made things worse. After about 9 months, he finally sent me to a good psychiatrist who evaluated me and put me on a different medication. Took me off of Xanax, doubled up the Klonopin, and put me on the antidepressant. Thankfully, I'm thankful for that, because I found out it was a lethal combination, the two in the same class. I could have died from having both the medication in the same class. Then the last go around I had, this last time, was back in last year, starting about June through about early to mid-October. I started getting a little better, and I think November, December, I just really started picking up, and I'm completely healed now. This last go around was more of my heart racing. I've never felt that bad, and that scared my life. I just thought I was going to die. I had my heart race sometimes. I know. I didn't count it, but I know it had to be 250, 300 beats a minute, which I found out, by the way, those of you who have racing heart, I did find out your heart can beat very, very fast for a very long, extended period of time without causing harm to your heart. It actually strengthens it. So I'm completely healed. I did something today that I never thought I'd do in my life. I was able to take my daughter to her dentist appointment, went in there, and everything was okay. So that's my story. I will get into later how I overcame them, but I just want to tell you about those 3 episodes. About 1991, the first one, lasted about 3 years, maybe 4 years. 2008 through about 2009, and then 2011 last year until right now, which I'm better right now, so I've been healed. That does it. Hope that's helpful. and hope you can tune back in next time. Until then, see you later, and God bless. Thanks a lot.